Have you ever noticed that when you were little, summer vacations felt like they lasted forever? But now, whole months just disappear before you even notice. It's one of the most common experiences humans share. As we age, time seems to speed up. But why? Let's explore what's really happening, both in our brains and in how we experience the world. First, it's important to understand that your brain doesn't actually measure time. There's no clock inside your head. Instead, your brain estimates time based on how much information it's processing and how many memories it creates. When we're young, everything is new. New faces, new schools, new experiences. Our brains are constantly making sense of unfamiliar things, storing tons of detailed memories. This constant learning mode makes time feel slower because your brain is busy recording every detail. As adults, we fall into routines. We wake up, go to work or school, scroll through our phones, and repeat. Because these experiences are repetitive, the brain doesn't waste energy recording every detail again. So, fewer distinct memories are made. And when we look back, large chunks of time feel like they passed in an instant. Scientists and psychologists call this the memory density theory. The more memories your brain encodes, the longer a period of time feels in hindsight, which is basically to understand. Let's go deeper. In 1897, French philosopher Paul Janet proposed the LL logarithmic theory of time p-perception. He suggested that we experience time relative to how long we've been alive. For a 10-year-old, 1 year equals 10% of their life. That's a big chunk of time. But for a 50-year-old, 1 year equals only 2%. As the total number of years you've lived increases, each new year becomes a smaller fraction of your life. This shrinking ratio makes each passing year feel shorter compared to all the years that came before it. Think of it like zooming out on a timeline. The more years you add, the smaller each one appears. In neuroscience, your perception of time comes from a mix of brain regions, especially the cerebellum, basal ganglia, and prefrontal cortex. These areas work together to track durations and predict patterns. Dopamine, the brain's motivation and reward chemical, also plays a big role. When you experience something exciting or unfamiliar, dopamine levels rise, sharpening your awareness of time. That's why a thrilling day full of new experiences feels longer, while a boring or repetitive one seems to vanish. As we age, dopamine activity tends to decline slightly. That can make new experiences feel less vivid and cause time to seem like it's accelerating. Here's another important part: memory compression. Your brain constantly tries to save space by combining similar experiences into one mental file. If you commute to school or work every day, your brain doesn't save every single trip. It stores one template memory of the routine. So when you look back, it's like skipping through a video where nothing new happens. That compression makes weeks, months, or even years feel shorter than they really were. This also explains why time feels slow when you're waiting for something or doing something new, because your brain is working hard, creating lots of new details to process. All of this information has probably got you thinking, can we slow time down again? Good news. Yes, sort of. While we can't literally change how fast time passes, we can change how we experience it. Psychologists suggest doing more things that create novelty and emotion. New hobbies, new environments, travel, art, or learning new skills. These experiences force the brain to form more detailed memories and release more dopamine, effectively stretching your sense of time. Mindfulness and paying close attention to the present moment also help. When you focus deeply on what you're doing, you're recording more information, which makes that moment feel longer and more meaningful. So, why does time seem to go faster as we get older? Because as we age, our lives become more predictable. Our brains record fewer new memories, and each year becomes a smaller part of the whole story. In other words, time itself isn't speeding up. We're just paying less attention. Making this video reminded me how brief life is. As we get older, time feels even shorter. So let's focus on living well and not worrying about critics. Stay curious. Improve life for yourself by being you. So go out there and have a great and fascinating day.